Hi and welcome back. I just want to say thank you for the 32 people who decided to follow me from the last video. I love you. And now we're gonna do Aisha, Layla, however you want to pronounce it. It differs depending on where you're from and how they dubbed it and everything. If you grew up with this series, you will know Aisha from the first real heartbreak you'll ever know, when they decided to end off her boyfriend and racism on screen. Just saying, I haven't done any research into why they decided to. One, the only male character in their immediate group that actually could do magic wasn't a specialist, and the only darker skinned guy. That's the one they chopped off. Right. Thanks for that. Yes, there are some resentment. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. Aisha was introduced in season 2. She's the same age as Stella, and she is also a princess. And they had such an opportunity to make her character a perfect example of pressure from her role and parents, of who she's supposed to be and the person she actually wants to be and the one she's thriving as. She's essentially two different people pushed into one. She's this athletic dancer. She's a really great ballerina and she's amazing at sports, but at the same time she's expected to be this perfect princess by her parents. I mean, the relationship between her and Abu was arranged, if I remember correctly, though they ended up really liking each other and then they killed him off. But they forgot about this tiny detail of her after season 3, and about season 3 is where I stopped watching Winx Club. One, because I was getting too old, frankly, and they were ruining the seasons too much for my interest to continue. But it feels like the creators forgot that she had this amazingly good storyline that they can work on. They just dropped the ball and instead just paired her up with the first white boy they could find. And she is the fairy of waves, okay? They don't use the term water. I'm not sure why. There's probably a reason, but they use the terminology waves. And apparently that means bubblegum pink. Yeah, I never understood it as a kid. Why is the water or whatever fluid, God, that sounds odd, whatever thing she controls, bubblegum pink? Yes, she has some tiny pink accents in her clothes and later on transformations, but that came later on. When she was introduced, she was really like this sporty girl with bubblegum pink powers. Why? One of the most ironic things they do with the wings is that everyone except a few have pink powers when it makes no sense, okay? Musa is pink, Flora sometimes is pink, Aisha is pink, and Tekna goes from green to pink.